Season 12 is here, and you know what that means. It's actually been my favorite part of Rocket League for many years. The new tournament rewards are out. The update dropped for me an hour ago, and I'm yet to see these new items. So we're going to get in today and have a look at all of them, and hopefully we get something sick. I really hope we get something sick. So this one might be a bit of a shorter episode today. So either way, drop a like, subscribe down below to join the Pixel Army, and let's get to it. This video is brought to you and sponsored by Logo.com. Go and buy your items. That's me, by the way, the salesman in the photo. All you got to do is put the items you want in your cart, tell them your account, and they'll add you to trade with. And make sure you use code PIXEL at checkout for 6% off your purchase. So be sure to click the link below and check it out today. I might even play a little tournament here at 6 p.m. and just enter that and put some highlights in this video and do a little opening at the end. But I haven't even seen what items we're playing for, so we're going to get in and have a look now. This is it. Preview rewards. Scroll down to the bottom. Okay, there we go. We actually did make it. So kicking it off, we do have special delivery. I want to see if there's some kind of theme here. I mean, at the moment it's difficult to see, but hey, special delivery, fragile, handle with care. I am going to be very frustrated with seeing this. We do have an Octane decal coming up. It is the Zap Trap. And I'll tell you what, for an uncommon decal, looks pretty good. Obviously, with the decals like this, you can chuck different paint finishes on it, and obviously there are a bunch of new paint finishes in the Rocket Pass. If you want to see me unlock the entire thing, you can go and watch yesterday's video, but there was the crossword paint finish, the keyboard paint finish, there was like a bubble wrap paint finish, but then you've got all the classics as well, carbon fiber, anodized pearl, all that stuff that you can make this look very clean with. I love the white accent with the white zombers and the glossy look we got going on. I think that is one of the best uncommons we've seen in the game. Here we have the Dominus Buzzer Beater. I mean, it's the Dominus. It's not as clean a decal. It is what it is. The Billiard Cue. Does it even wiggle? It doesn't even wiggle. The best part about the antennas is the wiggle. I'm trying to make it look, okay, toast it. Look at the wiggle. Look, it wiggle all over the place. That's actually kind of funny. It's Billiard Cue. Look at that. Look at that. That is way too serious. Don't get me wrong. I love pool as much as the next person, but we want the wiggle. Bring back the wiggle. But we do have the toasted antenna. Again, it's an antenna. I'm not going to use it much. The Grim Weeper from X-Devil. I suppose, in fact, in the Season 12 update, there is going to be eventually a Haunted Hallows update, which would be a Golden Pumpkin 23 drop as well. So it makes sense that even though it's absolutely boiling outside and it's super, super hot, we are going to move into the fall, the autumn, the Halloween, all that stuff, and all the items and events that come with that. So that is good. Vixen Punk now. Julie Buchanan popping off. I like it. I like it. There's so many like good meme songs in Rocket League though that I don't really pay much attention to the songs that are actual songs. So yeah, it sounds good. We have Technical. I love that. Technical, but technical. Things you absolutely love to see. Still in the rare category. So obviously with my tournament rank and the kind of videos we do, we won't be seeing these items a lot. Typically it's the very rare items and above that we want to take a special interest and liking to. An interest in or liking to. So we have Mole Miner. I like that a lot. Kind of reminds me of the Underminer in The Incredibles, but just like a little cute version. Yeah. All right, it is what it is. Mech Mania. Okay, they look horrible. I can't get around that shape. All I can think of is, you know, in those like old-timey movies where like the mother was getting ready or whatever, and they had their curls in those massive things. Those like, I don't know what they are, but they look like that. They look like that, and I can't get over. It's almost not the texture, it's just the shape. It's wrong. It wouldn't drive right. Like, how are you supposed to use those wheels and feel like you're not going over a pothole every 2 seconds? Obviously, because you wear these wheels, you drive smoothly. I don't like those at all. I don't like it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? The wheel has been the same for centuries, for the most part. Obviously, with the new innovations, tires, etc. But the general shape, the general gist is that circular is the way to go. And I wouldn't call that circular. Look at this. The Shellington. Unoffensive. Nothing particularly special. But I wouldn't feel weird driving on it. Mech Mania, however, I'd feel like I'm pushing a shopping trolley where all the wheels are doing that little thing where they're broken and it just doesn't work. Or a shopping cart if you're American, because I know a lot of my viewers are from America, and that's what we call a trolley over here. So yeah, not a fan of those wheels. Those ones, it is what it is. We next up have the Twisted Tornado Trail. As far as trails go, I like them to try and be quite small, inoffensive. You know, you've got stuff like the Blazer Trail and stuff like that. This looks a little bit too big, a bit too busy for me. The Tornado, it's not great for the trail. I do think there might be a tornado type goal explosion actually, if I remember the patch notes correctly. So we'll probably see that later on in a very similar art style to this, and that would be so much better in a gold explosion. So we will see that. After this, the Octane Doodled. I like it. I really like it, actually. It looks sick. Reminds me of kind of school, your little notebook you would just doodle. I wasn't particularly creative, but, you know, everyone was doodling. So I wouldn't doodle little objects. I wasn't that artistic. I'd doodle, like, patterns and lines and connect them and make pretty things. I wouldn't do little pictures like the really talented people you see do. I wouldn't do that. But moving on to the imports now, we have Rigid Fringe. Was that an animation or was that just a glitch? Okay, for a second I thought I saw the Puma decal on the side as well. I like that. It's clean. It's nice. I reckon there could be some good painted versions of that. It's got that kind of carbon fiber look to it. All right, I like it. Here we go. After the Saber 619 wheels. I don't mind these. They're okay. They look very similar. I mean, there's only so much you can do with wheels without making them like the Mech Mania. So I'm going to be very wary of my criticism there and bear that in mind with these wheels up here. What wheels look like this? It's the spokes. They look similar. The tread looks quite unique, actually, in terms of the way... I don't know. I say unique. It looks very clean. But they look similar. It is what it is. I'm not going to spend too much time on that. Twisted Tornado. Again, I feel like boosts need to be smaller, cleaner. Black Standard, for example. Take that. This is too big. I don't know how I'm going to feel rapid. If I wear this boost with these wheels and this trail, I'm going to feel so slow. It's a real thing. Cosmetics, whether it's placebo or not, and it has to be placebo, it works. You know, give me a pill to fix my problems, and if I believe it fixes my problems, and it does, I don't care if it's a placebo or not. The effects are still the same. This is going to slow me down. It's a no from me. The happy medium, it's like the Rigid Fringe, but slightly crazier, with a kind of subterfuge-y sort of look to it. Sort of getting ripped comic vibes as well there in the middle. It's literally Rigid Fringe. Rigid Fringe. In my opinion, a bit worse. Obviously, I know with the increased rarity of the import to exotic, you've got to make it look more flashy. But my personal preference, actually, I think is I prefer the Rigid Fringe. Definitely to use in game. I would be surprised. Certainly if higher ranked players wouldn't prefer this decal to this decal. Some lower ranked players, you get some cool paint in there, you make some cool cars, I get it. And you are appealing to everyone with these items, but I think Rigid Fringe actually takes it from me. And here we go. We got the Saber 619 inverted. I'll probably look to... I'll be bunning off this. I won't be looking to get this. But I will be looking to get these in titanium white to go with my ever-growing Accolade titanium white collection. I did have a bunch of, obviously, white items from previous seasons, but it wasn't until I didn't want to do a trade-up in, like, Season 7 or something, where I've been now, since then, collecting the titanium white exotics. So I don't have anything like Ball Star, which I traded up like an absolute melt. Hand Heart, traded up like a melt. That is a regret of mine with the titanium white items that I could have collected from the now extinct Accolade series, but chances are by the end of the series I will have kept the titanium white variant of these wheels behind as well, because they look nice. I like the slow moving light effect, really cool, and they look kind of holographic. They look nice. They look cool, I would say. I wouldn't use them in rank necessarily, but they look cool and I want to keep them. So now we have the black markets. We have Hypno Web and Twisted Tornado. Is this a decal? Yo. Oh. Okay, for a second, I thought it was going to be a gold explosion. I feel like that would be this as a gold explosion would be unbelievable. But, in my opinion, that's better than a lot of the recent decals we've had. It goes a little bit mental there, twists, turns, kind of like Stormwatch, actually. Then settles, changes color. We're obviously going to see painted versions. This looks sick. I'd love to see, you look at the icon where it says Hypno Web. I'd love to see just a web. Like, how do we not have a spider web gold explosion? I know there's arachnophobes out there and you wouldn't want a spider coming out of the gold for fear of a jump scare, but why don't we have a big web gold explosion just like the Hypno Web in the icon in gold? That would be phenomenal. Imagine that in Halloween. You do that and the whole map goes black and everything covers in spider webs and spiders and stuff like that. I think there'd be too many people to be terrified of that for them to put it in the game. But that would look absolutely dope. And now, this, I think, it could be the make or break. It's, you know, obviously last season I was trying really hard to get painted Chemegis, that sort of thing. Not necessarily because I really liked the gold explosion, just because it took me months to get it in the first place. Are we going to get one that I really like? I think it's not great for the boost and the trail, but larger than life is what we want. Come on! Okay, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's not going to set the world on fire. Part of me prefers the hacker goal explosion on tier 70 of the rocket pass because it's larger than life. I love it. But I like that they added with the tornado the sort of lightning effect as well. And I think in painted, different colors, that could look really, really cool. So that is it for the tournament rewards for Season 12. That's going to see us through the Haunted Hallows event right up until the Frosty Fest event in December. So you better like it because they're here to stay. And I think I do like it. I really like the imports. I quite like the exotic wheels as well. And I like the black markets. They're a good selection. There's neither one that I wouldn't want. So hopefully we can get them all in loads of different painted variants. And that is it from me in this video. So if you did enjoy it, please do drop a like. Subscribe down below to join the Pixel Army. I've been Pixel. You have been awesome. And I'll see you in the next video very soon.
Flying in a missile, haters throwing shade, never pick me, not an issue. I am a beast, I'm at the top, I run these beats, I hold my spot, so stop before it hits you. It's pick up, pixel.